Stefan Garcia, a Xeno captain, 36 years old. For unknown reasons, likely connected to Manus Vindictae, he moved into this motel. He attempted to make contact with Xeno several times, all of which failed. During his stay, he was tortured by increasingly intense hallucinations, delusion, and fear. And as a result,
he committed suicide. And that's everything the evidence shows.
No. We must have overlooked something. A military officer killing himself. A phone call asking for help in Morse code. Not to mention Manus Vindictae.
Where's this going, boss?
We've encountered a series of bizarre events, one after another, ever since we arrived at this motel. The rituals in the rooms, the officer that went mad, the spirit in the mirror, and Manus Vindictae. Only one person remains uninvolved.
Are you trying to say that she's the mastermind behind all this?
She should know more about all this than anyone. Yet she feigns ignorance at every turn, which is suspicious in its own right.
But what's there for a motel housekeeper to gain from all this? It's not like these spooky scandals would attract more guests. Unless someone else is pulling the strings. But that don't make much sense either, does it? When all these unusual things happened, she was happy to stand by and watch. But by whose orders? Some larger, more mysterious organization? Give me a break.
What if she doesn't desire money or power?
So what you're saying is that you need to ask Little Miss Maid a couple more questions.
Precisely.
That spirit morphed into Kayla, so it must have seen her face at some point. Which means that at one time, Kayla was in this room. And you're right. Tuesday's definitely not a run-of-the-mill motel maid. It wouldn't be wise to approach her rashly. Let me finish up here first. Then we can go question her together.
All right.
Nope. I got nothing. Let's go find that maid. I have a few questions for her myself. Where'd the body go? Ain't no signs of dragon neither. Who and how? The phone again. What do you think? Should we answer it? I bet it's another one of those prank calls.
Those weren't prank calls. Someone was sending a distress signal in Morse code.
Could you tell me what year it is now?
Who's this?
This is Barbara. Wonderful. I can talk over the phone now. the wind must still be wandering nearby.
That's good to hear. Are you an editor for Atu?
Yes, miss, I am. But before we continue our conversation, could you please tell me what year it is now?
1990.
I see.
Miss Barbara, can I meet you in person?
You want to meet me?
Yes. I'm Vertin, the timekeeper of the St. Pavlov Foundation. I was sent to ask you about Erd's whereabouts. But you don't seem to be in a favorable situation right now.
Miss Burton, I couldn't possibly locate Erd's whereabouts. The whispers of the wind can't reach this room.
The whispers of the wind.
Yes, it's a special form of communication.
Right. Well, is there anything I can do to help you rebuild this line of communication?
Let me first explain the situation to you. Here are a few things I'm certain of. First, this isn't an ordinary motel. It possesses some kind of supernatural life force. Before checking in, I interviewed some of the residents nearby. They all mentioned eerie rumors centered around the motel these past few months.
Yes, we've encountered some bizarre events here, like real-life urban legends.
Second, I'm not trapped in a red room. This room is in the same motel as yours. What's different is that it blocks all forms of communication. I couldn't get the room to open, and my voice didn't reach through the phone. That wasn't until a gunshot broke this intangible restraint. This small room contracted violently, and now I can communicate with the outside world. At first, I thought it was an earthquake, but the contracted space soon returned to normal. Earthquakes can't do that, can they?
Before this happened, were you using spiders to communicate with the world outside?
Yes, I was. As luck would have it, there are many spiders here. Thanks to the prevalence of spiders in urban legends, I assume. There's some paranoia about spiders living in hair. It originated in a sermon from 13th century England. A woman was always late to Mass because she spent too much time styling her hair. Eventually, a devil attached itself to her hair in the form of a spider. Yes, they delivered messages for me in their own peculiar way. Being completely isolated from the outside world greatly unsettled me. It reminded me of that terrible phenomenon. Fortunately, that wasn't the case.
But you're still trapped in that room, right?
Yes, the door's gone. I can't get out from the inside.
How did you get in there in the first place? Or rather, who brought you into that room?
Well, who else could it be? The maid named Tuesday.
Just as I expected.
Wait.
You're the driver who left me on the road, right? I remember your voice.
Yeah, it's me. I actually changed my mind and turned back to get you, but you were gone by the time I arrived. I guess that's when you came to this motel, right?
Yes, Tuesday saw me and invited me here.
Oh.
Did you want to ask me something?
Have you seen a girl of about 5'3" here? In a white dress, curly chestnut-colored hair, green eyes, small hands.
I may have seen her. When I first arrived, I saw a girl who matched your description coming down the hallway. She was carrying an empty basket. I presumed that she'd been shopping in the town nearby. If I recall correctly, she didn't check out.
Thank you.
How can we find this room?
It's just in the hallway, number 707. Look for a door covered in red.
Looks like the phone got disconnected.
So Barbara's in that room that Stefan saw, number 707. I'm going to find it. What about you? Heading into town for Kayla?
I did notice a weird spot in the hallway earlier. The maid's footprints were going back and forth like there was an entrance there. But I didn't see no signs of a door.
I wouldn't be surprised if you died by your own gun one day.
That'd be a memorable way to go. All right, enough kidding around. Our little Miss Maid tried so very hard to hide Barbara from us, but I guess the lamb's out of the bag now.
Yes, it's all crystal clear now. Let's go.
Hold up a sec, boss. Do you have any candies? I'm running on fumes here, and I ain't got no way to replenish my stash.
Us and Barbara will be out of here soon. And you'll find some candy and Kyla in town.
Are you not satisfied with my services?
No matter what, you shouldn't have cut the phone off. Nor should you have isolated me from the outside world. Because you should know better than anyone what that means.
Why should I? All I know is that a poor, helpless child like you shouldn't be alone on the roadside. Where's your mother? Didn't she tell you to be careful?
You really don't remember anything, do you?
What do you mean? What do you think I should remember?
Well, clearly it doesn't matter now. This motel's well decorated. Did you do all this yourself?
Are all children like this? Always talking in circles to draw Mama's attention. Oh, but these innocent words make them all the more adorable.
I am not a child.
That's exactly what a child would say. I've always felt a familiarity with you, like I've known you for a long time. Can you tell me about it? Why were you out here on Route 77 all alone? Maybe I can help you.
Have you heard of Utu?
Oh, I have. It's a magazine about fashion, trends, and the avant-garde. My brother loved that magazine, but my father found it unacceptable. To think his eldest son would read those softies magazines instead of working on the farm. Fashion, trends, disco. These aren't things a Texan man should pursue, at least according to my father. In the end, my father destroyed all my brother's disco records, along with his plane ticket to Los Angeles.
Perhaps that's for the best. He avoided the riots.
Huh?
Nothing. So, what do you think?
Me? Why should I have any opinion?
Let me rephrase that. What impact has this had on you?
Oh. But what happened between them has nothing to do with me, does it? These were the choices they made.
When I first arrived, a local resident told me not to stay at Tuesday's motel. He said his aunt went mad soon after she stayed here.
I remember that lady. Her head was so large. It reminded me of those stories of people with deformities. So I had her watch a freak show at midnight. Sadly, she didn't seem to enjoy it. At this time of year, the farmers run their combine harvesters on the fields nonstop. The harvest is a joyful time of year, but the accompanying noise always frightens the children. Have you heard the stories of how naughty children get too close to harvesters and get caught in them, losing a hand or even a head? Fields, machinery, children with severed limbs. These stories are exactly what my motel's missing. Oh, my baby's calling. Please excuse me. I don't want another temper tantrum on my hands. Apologies, my fluffy little child. I look forward to our next conversation. Talking to you always brings me inspiration. But the motel's been too busy lately. It's starting to get on my nerves. Oh, see, this is what I mean. How could I bear to send you out on your own? You'll stay right here in this cozy little room until you're fully recovered.
I don't need this special treatment of yours. Staying here won't cure my illness.
Just get some sleep. You'll come to your senses after a good rest. I'll see you soon. How many times have I told you not to eat things off the floor? There. Don't cry, sweetheart.
Is this the spot?
Sure is shooting. Look, these footprints. They're less than 10 minutes old.
But where's the door to room 707? I can sense some energy fluctuations nearby, but they're definitely not from arcane skills. What else could produce such intense energy?
Oh, can I help you with something?
Ms. Tuesday, I've got a question for you. Do you know how to get to room 707?
707?
Yup. What I've been looking for might just be in that room.
I'm usually more than happy to satisfy the requests of my guests, as long as it's within my power. But this one crosses the line.
Shame. Looks like negotiations are over. And thence we came forth to see again the stars.
Using arcane skills so frequently is bad for your eyes. Didn't your family ever tell you that?
So you knew what we were doing all along.
Of course. You weren't exactly subtle in your actions. What did you expect? But you've reached your limit now. 3.
What's that supposed to mean?
2.
Screw this. Your mind games won't work on me.
1.
Huh? Who turned the lights off?
The lights are still on, dear.
You rely far too much on picrasma candy. It can't solve all your problems.
They usually work wonders for me. Just one candy restores 50% of my vision. But in my line of work, 50% is never enough. That's why I take 2. I need my vision to be at least 100%. That'll do the job most of the time, but sometimes I've got an extremely challenging task. That's when I eat a 3rd candy. At that point, it's getting extremely dangerous. I should be able to see now. Should I take more?
Absolutely not. The large amount of candy you've eaten is exactly why your eyes have failed you, and in such a crucial moment, no less. Excess leads to destruction. This is true for all things. You do well to learn your limits.
What?
I also had to be careful not to frighten those children too much. You've always put your faith in these candies, haven't you? 1 candy, 50% recovery. 2 candies, 100%. 3 candies, and you can tackle even the most insurmountable problem. Oh, how dependable they are. Just like the venerable Argus, who succeeds in any job she takes on. It's precisely your excessive confidence in these candies that has led to your marvelous destruction. Just as the people's trust in you as a mercenary has led you to this bottomless abyss. Oh, you poor thing. And of course, they'd never have imagined this. Argus, the mercenary named after the 100-eyed, all-seeing giant, is in fact a blind fool.
Who the hell are you? Damn it! Damn it!
Missed me? There you go. Now there's no way you can miss. But do you have the guts to pull the trigger? The decision's yours to make. But once I'm dead, you'll never find room 707. Barbara, Kayla, everything you're looking for is all in that room, isn't it?
Don't you dare say her name with that filthy mouth!
But why? Miss Kayla's such a lovely guest. I very much enjoyed her company.
Enough. You and I need to have a serious talk.
Oh, there's no need for that. Actually, my baby's eager to meet you.
Your baby?
Yes. In fact, the baby is the master of this motel. I think the two of you ought to meet each other first. Here, hold it.
This is...
Verdon! Verdon! Let go of it, Verdon! I ain't letting our deal end this way. Not while I draw breath.
Argus!
Ah!
Don't you interrupt them. There's no need to worry, Miss Burton. I've done this countless times. Now, allow me to peer into your dreams.
Where am I? Is that rain?
I can catch anything with a toss.
Burton, that's why you gathered us here, right?
You shouldn't be here.
You understand what we desire most, right, Burton?
Burton, we made it, right?
But why is it still raining?
Don't be such a baby, Isabella. Haven't you seen rain before?
No!
Are you afraid of children? Or rain?
No, I'm not afraid of them. Rain is common. It's always falling somewhere in the world. It's merely an ordinary weather phenomenon.
This is the kind of rain you're afraid of, isn't it? I've never seen rain fall upwards. Is this some creation of your imagination? Still, I don't see why you'd be afraid of rain falling in reverse. Would you care to enlighten me, dear child?
Miss Tuesday, please. Stop trying to get in my head and tell me where Argus is.
Before I met you, I never thought that a person without fear could exist in the world. I've never once guessed someone's fear incorrectly either. You really are something else.
You didn't guess incorrectly. These reversed raindrops have brought utter chaos to the world, pulverizing people under the crushing wheel of time. You should be thankful you've never seen it. But it can't stop us anymore. Because the umbrella's here. At least now, when the storm comes, I can hold up the umbrella and protect my companions. And although this ability has come too late for some, we still have a future to protect. Why are you so obsessed with people's fears? Your hands have been trembling with excitement this whole time.
So I wasn't wrong at all. Why waste your time with that mercenary? She may look tough, but she's hollow inside. Have you ever eaten a macadamia nut? Crack the hard shell, and you'll find the delicious center. Who could resist the soft texture and rich flavor of fear?
Miss Tuesday, this has to end. You are the one pulling the strings here, aren't you?
Oh, what an astounding accusation. But oh, do I feel so gratified. I've never felt so satiated in my entire life. Oh, you're the only one who's ever seen through me. How exhilarating. However, your accusation missed the mark. You see, my hands, they're immaculate. Never once tainted by a single drop of blood. I take great pride in it. You see, I barely do anything to make people's fears arise. I would never injure anyone. Fear created through physical harm is its crudest and most base form. What I crave is the fear that lingers in their hearts forever. The kind of fear that, even years later, when they recount their experiences here to their friends and families, a seed of fear is planted in the listeners' hearts. I instill fear in my guests, and they become my beloved children.
Where is she? Where's Argus?
Well, I suppose she's experiencing her own fears right now. Under that hard mercenary exterior, she's tormented by them. Can you imagine that?
Sorry, Miss Tuesday. But I'm not interested in this vile obsession of yours.
This is...
Howdy, Argus. Long time no see. We thought you'd never come back.
Mr. Dennis? Why are you here?
Oh boy, you listening to yourself? Why wouldn't I be here? It's my daughter's wedding day.
Huh? Oh, well, congratulations. But you really shouldn't be here. Don't you remember? 3 years ago, your daughter ran away from home. She left a letter and then went with Mr. Schaefer to a city in the Northeast. Detroit, I think? I don't quite remember.
Oh, come on. Quit fooling around.
After 3 months of searching, I found her. But she refused to come back with me. So you went to Detroit yourself. And then you... In any case, I'm sorry I couldn't bring her back.
What are you talking about, Argus? You must be tired from working on all those requests that the townsfolk had pushed upon you. I've told them so many times to go easy on you. That said, I have a request for you myself.
What is it? Did you lose some livestock, or...?
Come to Alice's wedding. We've prepared plenty of food and beer, and we've got the chapel choir together. Don't miss out, Missy.
Sorry. I won't be there.
Why?
I need to deliver a letter to Mrs. Mary's husband. She can't go herself because of her bad legs, you see.
Hey, Argus, I didn't ask you to deliver any letters.
Mrs. Mary, didn't you... You're still alive?
What kind of nonsense are you spouting? You really ought to take a proper rest. Today is Alice's big day. We should all be at her wedding, don't you think? Oh, my sweet child, why are your hands shaking?
Are you afraid?
Why? Are you afraid of their happiness? Or are you afraid of your failure?
I'm not a failure.
Oh, my sweet child.
Argus, Argus, got a message to send? Go get Argus, your trusted friend.
Argus, Argus, got a cheeky pussycat. Go get Argus, she's got your back.
Argus.
Who's there?
It's me, Kayla. You haven't forgotten me, have you?
Kayla.
It's getting dark. We should take them back. Ain't no way they'll make it through the night out here with their mama hurt. and you can't see a thing at night.
Yeah, we need to go back now. Can't delay any longer. What?
Hold on a moment.
What are you doing?
There. Isn't it better to die a quick death than end up in the belly of a wolf?
You've got no right to make that decision. No living thing is born to simply die. It could have stood up. It could have survived.
We can go now.
No, don't go.
Oh, you've reminded me. There are 2 problems left unsolved. Those 2. Over there. Kill them. It would only take 2 bullets. 3 seconds max. As long as they're alive, they'll come after you just as hard as you hunt the targets of your missions. I'm sure you know that better than I do.
Why should I kill them?
Do you need a reason? Just do as we've always done. I say, and you do. No need to think about it. Isn't that what you pride yourself on? A mindless tool that blindly follows orders. That's all a mercenary needs to be. Isn't that the so-called value of a mercenary that you always talk about?
No, it ain't true.
What's with the hesitation anyway? It's not like you give a damn about other people's lives. The only reason you can't bring yourself to kill them is because you enjoy how they always praise you and depend on you.
You ain't Kayla.
Seriously? Are you saying I'm a fraud just because I don't meet your expectations of what I'm supposed to be? Fine. If you think I'm not Kayla, then why don't you kill me now? Just shoot me in the chest, and these people will treat you like a hero. They'll gather in the fields, holding torches, and chant your name. Argus, Argus, she's spineless. Argus, Argus, she's... Argus, Argus.
The deepest despairing external danger. If there were a deceitful spirit eternal habitation, we only have our own 2 legs to stand on.
Oh, Argus! Our great hero!
The tales of your heroic deeds will be passed down through generations.
She ain't Kayla.
Now, you're lying to yourself again. Of course she's Kayla.
It's not possible.
Do I need to show you the bullet through her heart for you to believe it, Bonehead?
Damn it!
Don't pull the trigger.
Virgin?
Calm down, Argus. Remember, what you see isn't real. You're still inside the motel. At least for now.
Oh, here comes another little lady.
Excellent timing. Come join the party.
Okay, but what does it mean to us? I mean...
Burden.
I'm here to get you out.
So that wasn't Kayla. Couldn't ask for better news than that, really.
No, it wasn't. Let's get out of here.
Okay. She ain't Kayla.
Did you see it?
It?
My baby, of course. Oh, so it didn't show up then? What a shy little pumpkin.
What is it exactly?
A supernatural being. An amalgam of urban legends. An ever-pounding heart. And a shy little baby. All under one roof. But seeing how you got out of there in one piece, I'm certain you've already earned its approval. Come on in. I'll show you the sweetest little room in the motel. Don't be afraid, sweetheart. Go ahead. Open the door. Open it. Now.
That'll do it.
Why didn't I think of that? Your eyes haven't recovered yet, have they? Such poor aim. Let me lend you a hand. Listen to Mama. told you long ago about the consequences of disobedience. Oh, it's out of bullets. Could you help me reload? Oh, my sweet child. Can you see it? This is the beauty of fear.
Watch out!
Please, come in, my dear guest. You'll find what you seek inside.
Who ate beans?
What the hell is this thing?
Miss Burton, please follow my instructions. First, I need to calm my sweet baby. All the monkeys in the cages chose the mother covered in cloth. All children need to form attachments. It's a vital part of how they learn about the world. Now, go ahead and make contact using whatever method you see fit. Don't worry. I'll keep the situation under control. This is the only way it'll obey.
Ugh, you want me to touch it? How about I let my bullets do the job?
Agony is indeed a form of attachment. You'll make a good mother, Miss Argus.
You make me sick.
My apologies.
I believe in you.
Charging. Loading.
My sword sharp. I know the moon, and this is an alien city.
Eliminate target. Target confirmed.
Sempre caro mi sequestrar un cole. Rational. It could be found.
A tooth for a tooth.
Even that it could be found. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Intersect and divide. It's all right. Given that.
Charging. Allow me to double check the battery levels.
Intersect and divide.
Barrage. The light that illuminates all.
Noble or lowly, sin shall be punished.
Circuits functioning properly. Charging.
It could be found.
A tooth for a tooth.
I, Robot, child of science. Target confirmed.
Uh-huh.
Pay for thy sins with thy blood. eye for an eye.
I believe in you. The final demonstration.
Noble or lowly, sin shall
I know
be
the
punished.
money, and this is an alien city. Welcome to the world of numbers.
Off thou go.
Depict the world I have never seen before.
Loading.
Thou shalt make an atonement for thy sins in full.
Each moment, now night. Intersect and divide.
Eliminate target.
It's crying in pain. Go wrap my baby in your warm embrace and put it out of its agony.
A tooth for a
A
tooth.
sword sharp.
Charging.
This is exactly the honeyed comfort my baby desires most. But it can never be allowed to taste its sweetness. It'll always be dangled just out of reach. How exhilarating. Please, continue.
The law is above all else.
Sempre caro mi su quest'ermo cole.
Aim and shoot.
An eye for an eye. A tooth for a tooth. The law is above all else. Feeleth pain and knoweth regret.
I can inflict intoxicating pain upon it, which is precisely why I became its mother.
If you hadn't explained this earlier, I might have mistaken this for some kind of monster training show.
Look, it's calmed down. My sweet, obedient baby. You deserve a reward.
It fell asleep.
You may proceed now.
It's time to say goodbye. Don't miss me, really.
When I found it, it was still called Sweet Home. It was all alone, abandoned in the wilderness. A poor little thing.
So you took it in. Some unknown, growing arcane consciousness that takes the form of a motel, yet somehow also exists as a baby.
Yes. There.
But it seriously impacted the lives of the locals.
Oh, Miss Verton. They chose to come here of their own volition. I never forced them to stay.
But after leaving, some of them went mad or even committed suicide.
Well, they made those decisions themselves. Now is not the time to dwell on such trivial matters, Miss Verton. Haven't you been searching for Miss Barbara?
Don't get any bright ideas made. If Verdon gets so much as a scratch, I'll blast your chest open. Along with your baby. Go inside, boss. I'll keep an eye on her.
Here you are, Miss Burton. I'm so glad. I was beginning to think I'd never regain contact with the outside world.
Miss Argus, you can put your gun down now. I've shown my utmost sincerity, have I not?
Shut your trap.
Let's get out of here, Miss Barbara. I don't think it's the wisest choice to have this conversation while we're still inside a living thing. Argus, I need you to keep Tuesday in check until we make it out of here.
You ain't gotta tell me twice.
I've gazed at this scenery countless times, but never have I felt as enthralled as today. But, Miss Verdon, don't you think you've forgotten something?
Forgotten what?
That guest who came with you. Shortly after her arrival, she hurried off to that armament factory. She's such an impatient child. Luckily, she made her way back here. Her name's Lilia, right?
What did you do to her?
Relax, she's fine. She's sleeping soundly as we speak, with or without nightmares. Follow me. I'm sure she's eager to see you. This is the room.
Open it.
Oh.
Vertin, there you are. Listen, those Manu scum have already wormed their way into the town. We can't go there.
You look terrible.
I couldn't sleep at all in that haunted room. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw all kinds of creepy stuff. Can you come down here, Capitan? Talking like this hurts my neck.
Okay.
What's going on? Are you okay, Capitan?
I'm fine. I have good news and bad news.
Don't bother with the order. Just lay it on me.
The good news is, we found Barbara. The bad news is we've got a new problem. This motel is the manifestation of a living consciousness that constantly generates urban legends and spreads fear. It might turn into a supernatural arcanist in the future. We can't let it grow here unchecked. We need the help of the Foundation to keep it under control.
Boss, my job here is done. I'm heading into town for Kayla. Oh, and I promised a young fella that I'd help him find his mother. I've gotta go now.
How do I pay your fee?
Fee? We're friends, Verdon. I don't need no payment.
All right, Capitan. Any progress on finding Erd?
That's why you came looking for me, right? I'll ask the wind for you. It's the least I can do.
Did she doze off?
I'm listening. Oh, I heard it. The answer. A distant wind told me that Miss Erd's latest submission came from the Sao Paulo Veterans Residence. The article she submitted was an excellent piece, but Atu doesn't know anything beyond that.
Okay.
I suppose we'll all have restful sleep and sweet dreams tonight. I've collected the material I needed for the upcoming feature interview. I bet the readers will enjoy it. I'll be sure to include your name on the byline, Miss Tuesday.
Me? I don't think I contributed anything.
Quite the contrary. You played a significant role. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have realized my inner fear of losing communication with the world. First-hand experiences like this are invaluable to an editor.
Oh, with the way you put it, I almost regret letting you go.
I won't be returning. The interview's over. If all goes well, you'll be able to read about it in the next issue of Atu. I'll take my leave now.
Goodbye.
Good. I can't wait to leave this place.
We can't leave yet. I just contacted the Texas branch. Their staff is on their way here. They have to investigate this supernatural being as soon as possible.
And they'll be here soon, I presume.
I can feel their energy fluctuations of teleportation rituals. It must be them.
Looks like you guessed wrong, Capitan. I met her in town. Name's Kayla.
Kayla? Do you know someone called Argus?
The name doesn't ring a bell. How strange. What kind of parent would name their child after a 100-eyed giant? You must have mistaken me for someone else. Kayla's a common name after all. Like Emma, Anna, or Catherine. More importantly, miss, you look... Although I've never met you before, you seem familiar. hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Are you a guest at this motel?
What happened here?
The St. Pavlov Foundation has taken over. I suggest you find alternative accommodation, given the dangerous incidents that have occurred here.
What should I do? All my things are still inside.
The Foundation staff will take care of it for you later. You can trust them.
Can't I just go and get my things now?
I would advise you to wait until the Foundation staff arrive.
Oh, I can look after myself. No need to worry about me, miss.
That girl.
What about her?
Never mind. It's probably nothing.
Apologies for our delayed arrival, Miss Furton. We'd been unable to locate the motel until about 10 minutes ago. It's as if something was deliberately interfering with our sense of direction.
Oh.
Once again, it insisted on eating garbage off the floor. Is every child this stubborn?
It's Stefan, a Xeno officer.
Stefan. Sounds familiar. The records show he was a high-ranking Xeno officer who went missing after the vacuum bomb footage leaked. Xeno issued a staggering bounty on him. I guess whatever he did really angered Admiral Igor. Who would have thought he'd be hiding in this little motel in the middle of nowhere?
Obviously, luck wasn't on his side.
All right, Miss Furton. We'll take over from here.
After the branch completes its procedures, you'll be sent to the headquarters for a more thorough assessment.
Will you return my baby to me?
It's too early to discuss that. Let's go, Lilia. We must report back to Madame Z about Erd.
Oh dear. It seems a lot transpired while I was away.
you'd forgotten me. I've been exposed.
Kimberly, care to tell me what happened in this motel? There's blood and brains splattered in the hallway. Who died and how?
It was that Xeno madman. He shot himself in the head. But I still haven't managed to destroy the ritual sigils under his bed. And I couldn't find the...
Now that our base of operations has been exposed, we'll have to take away everything related to the ritual and leave. The Foundation's rats will thoroughly search this place soon.
Ugh, the last thing I need right now is to deal with them. And, could you tell me more about this Burton? I might have had a slip of the tongue when she confronted me earlier. How good is her memory?
Fret not, Kimberly. People rarely pay attention to things that don't directly involve them. But I do look forward to seeing her again.
We're just here to have a conversation, Ms. Tuesday. Relax.
I found it in the wilderness.
You mean the motel with arcane powers? Just to confirm, the base form of this arcane consciousness is a heart-shaped fetus, correct?
Yes.
It's about as intelligent as a one-year-old human, and it lacks the ability to deliberately plan or cause the incidents in the motel. Meanwhile, it sees you as its mother, displaying remarkable trust and dependence on you. Therefore, we believe you were a major contributor to these incidents, or rather, the one who pulled the strings. You may not have acted with evil intent, but your actions have caused many residents in Chisos to suffer mental breakdowns. They were seeking some form of relief from their mental anguish, which provided the perfect opportunity for the Manus to entrench themselves so deeply in this town. Isn't that so, Miss Tuesday?
Well, I've never been to that town. And even if it is, as you say, they made their choices, didn't they?
I see. The Timekeeper just reported another crucial piece of information to the Foundation. Were there any activities going on in the motel undertaken by the self-proclaimed followers of the Order of Enlightenment?
Oh, there indeed were. They left not long ago. I still remember their faces.
What did they do at the motel?
They scribbled on the floor and made strange noises. Oh, I remember now. Whatever it was they were trying to do, it was a total failure. One poor girl became trapped inside their mirror. She never stopped trying to escape. The mirror would make banging noises all night long.
We didn't find anyone trapped in a mirror during our search.
Well, that's sad, I suppose.
If you knew they were from a dangerous arcanist organization, why didn't you report them to the Foundation?
Why would I? Fear doesn't frighten me. No, quite the contrary. It excites me. I would embrace fear any day of the week.